there, Justice 3 Gaming. Welcome back to another daily dose of Marvel Strike Force with me, Justice, and today is going to be a unlock for Star-Lord T'Challa. Sorry. And we're going to go through the unlock process, build him up some, get him on the team, and see what he can do. Now, right away, I can tell you that I don't find a lot of value in this character, but I'm glad to have him a part of the roster and continue the roster build for this character. I mean, having a really good, war team, at this point in the game's history is actually pretty good. They're always boosting up the attributes of each one of the characters to try to keep them better looking and better playing than the last generation of characters that they have released. And so I'm looking forward to this build, but I do have a bit of rules that I go by when dealing with low value characters like this one. I am going to be perfectly happy with a 3 red star Star-Lord, but I'm going to be aiming for a 4. And to get things started, we always go into the gold and training modules reserve. We just dip into it just a little toe, and then we get into the red orbs right after. $5 mil on that one. We'll go ahead and we're gonna call that a keeper. Alright, let's get into the modules. We're aiming for a little over 300. 298. I'm gonna do that one more time. A little more than necessary is okay. And we're gonna go directly into red orbs. Now lately, since I did max out my dark promotions, I am saving now the regular orbs, and this is a character that I'm more than happy to use those regular red orbs for and be happy with what I get. I may think about walking away at 3, but like I was saying before, I'm gonna aim for a 4. That's in the... I haven't done this in a while, so... Alright, that's in the regular red star. Alright. Let's check to see if he is showing up real quick. This is just a paranoia thing. There's no real big deal to it, honestly. And we're going to go ahead and start pulling. I have set it up so you guys get a close-up view of what drops. There he is. We got the 4 on a regular red orb, so maybe we'll do like one decent pull. Do we got any 5s in reserve? I'm not gonna go. Maybe I'll build one. How many credits do we got to go? I'll build one, and then I'll use one. Just think I can get some more credits out there building up. There, that should do it there. I'll use that 1.5. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. We'll drop to 25. I want to build those 5s up some. I mean 6s. I mean, that's what I'm really aiming for. One more good 5 and that'll be quits. I don't know, what are we at? It's 26? We'll make it a nice round number. We'll use up that one. And there we go. That'll be it. I'm happy with that 4, and I'm gonna walk away. Alright, let's recruit Star-Lord. Before we do that, let's dive into his orbs. Let's see what we can get out of here. 6. Not bad. I mean, that's bottom of the barrel, honestly. So I'm not going to say great or good. That's about as low as it gets. This is one of those, like, power core characters. Ooh, purple. I wasn't expecting to see one of those in this. Alright, that'll do for that. Let's see how we did. Buck 80, not great, but not bad either. That one purple really saved that round. Oop. I was about to say, I know I favorited him. Lacey's ready for the Red Star Blitz. Let's take him to 45. Yeah, gear tier 4, just so we can start looking at his kit. I was really hoping to actually use him in Doom 2's tech. I don't see how I can, though. Let's go through his kit real quick, upgrade him up to what we need to for his current level. Bonus attack at 6. Okay, that'll be interesting. We're blinding, and it's unavoidable. Increase the duration of all positive effects for self and all Ravager allies. Copy 2 positive effects from adjacent allies. I mean, it's going to keep the positives pretty high. A non-summoned enemy death. Gain 30% speed bar. That's a lot of speed bar. It makes me wonder about certain things. See, these last two are very war specific. I mean, 50% damage at level 4 is pretty good. But look at the huge jump, though, in war offense. That's pretty nasty. Alright, let's jump his gear. Let's push him to 55 on this one. I do things in steps just so I can keep looking at the character and seeing what their traits or their attributes are doing. Alright. Got that bonus attack in. Defense down on the primary target with 60% increase in damage. That's pretty good. That's a... See, well, I really don't like the charge on this. Steal ability energy. Attack is unavoidable. Oh, he's... You know what? He's the only one that I know of that actually... nobody else can steal energy. If the target's blind, steal up to 2 energy. I mean, that would explain the charges here, but I mean, that's still pretty expensive. Copy 2 positive effects, excluding safeguard, taunt, and regeneration from adjacent allies. Attack primary target for 280% damage. Increase all positive effects, excluding regeneration. For self and all Ravager allies are +1, maximum 3. Copy 3 effects. Okay. So there's that extra 15% right there. Let's push that gear up again. I have been collecting the tech gear, so. Pushing to 60. If Yondu is an ally, apply defense down to all enemies. Well, that's pretty cool. Copy 3 positive effects with 80% jump in damage. And I am not going to T4 anything on Star-Lord here. That's a really big jump in health right there. But as of right now, I am working on the Web Warriors, so I don't have a use for him, this team being a war team right now, so back burner. And he's gonna stay at 12. I may go 13, but let's just finish up the rest. Just don't see any good use anywhere else, especially without any T3s here. I mean, it's basic, goes another 70%. He gets bonus damage for it. I'm gonna have to play him a bunch to even consider boosting this team. I generally don't do war offense teams. Campaigns are so much more important right now, especially Dark Dimension teams if you want to get those characters and resources from that area. But let's get him. Let's get him on the team real quick. I'm gonna look at his current selection of ISOs, and we're gonna think our way through and see what we could do about ISOs for the Ravagers. I usually put them on the Blitz list. Where are you guys at? Probably gonna fall just a little bit on my list. Let's get you out of there. Let's see, positioning wise, keeping him far away. That works pretty well. With the big boost in damage, I'm thinking Striker. And I may move Yondu to a Raider, but nobody's really got a crit manipulator. I don't know if I'll do that. Says 5 charges, doesn't come fully charged. Mostly this team is based on gaining positive effects a lot. And this kit is very Pierce heavy. See, he does a lot of copy though, right? And he's increasing the focus for each Ravager ally, assuming that I went with this passive. I don't think there's a real need for him to have that. See, he got 2 attacks to his 1 non-attack, because that's a summon. Ravager Boomer. These guys are pretty good on damage. I mean, adding more damage would make them that much more effective, though. I'm going to start with Striker. What time is it? Gotta make sure I'm not missing. Yeah, I missed it. Let's see here. What is the speed? Let's see here. I got 1 Striker. He's healing himself. He's got a barrier. Yondu's speed. What is your speed like there, buddy? 112. That's not great. Kind of think I need to switch Yondu to a Raider. He's support. A Raider 1 at a time, but that's not a guaranteed double stack of vulnerabilities, assuming that I went blue with him. I'm going to stick with Skirmisher for now. I think the smart choice would be to go with Striker for the time being. And then we'll see how this team works as a whole as T'Challa gets a little stronger. And then, you know, if I decide to take this team to ISO blue, then figure out whether or not I want to go that far. Ooh, let's get that Striker up and running. I do this as a cycle, just a habit. Most hero collectors, you know, you're gonna do well based on your habits more than anything else. Yeah, I might as well just go the whole way. At least he'll be war ready, right? Alright. I am not going to take him blue yet. I'm going to keep him at gear tier 12 for now. He's actually pushing this team up my list a little bit. Actually, more than most of my other offenses right now. Okay. Let's check these guys out. I'm gonna have to build this list to make it worth it, though. Gotta skip them because I gotta build this. So I want to try to get to as close to 8 as I can. Teal always makes me a little nervous. Alright, we are in the test range. Let's see. I mean, they're primarily a war team, so it's going to be tough. I'm going to need to start with a bit of a softball. And this looks like a good group. They're a little slow. I'll be able to steal some stuff probably, and hopefully see how these guys perform. Haha, almost simmed it. I am going to go with a ×1 for this first battle. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Like, all of his abilities come fully charged, though, which is really good. Blind. I'd be able to get a defense down to everybody if this was war. Steal energy. Who would I want to steal energy from right now? Captain America? What does this one do? Copy. There's nothing to copy. And increased duration. Ooh, I actually want to see that happen. Actually, now that I think about it, I gotta change his positioning. He copies from adjacent. So it's not a good idea for him not to have a middle slot somewhere. Probably first row where Yondu is right now. Switching Yondu and him out would probably be a good idea. Be happy you just took a shot from the Hulk, Stitcher. Yeah, their health is holding up. This is 8.3. That was actually kind of cool. Is that the summoned one or my regular one? I think it's the regular one. I love the purple and yellow in his blasters. Alright, now that we've seen all the animations, now we can speed it up. That packs quite a punch. Yeah, for 8.3, that's not a bad fight, man. That was actually pretty breezy for this team. Let's give them one more shot here. I switch to my regular screen. Let's see here. That's a decent one right there. Right now, although what I gotta do is I gotta switch up the positioning because I know T'Challa uses adjacency as a part of his kit, so we need to move him a little bit. I think just switching Yondu in him is probably a good idea. Doesn't he get like a defense up or something? I think maybe putting him in the middle there might be a good idea. That way, if they go to the taunt, they gotta go to the left or right, unless it's the rebound, and even then, that's kind of a toss-up. Oh, let's try this one. Blind. Yep. Got to take care of Gamora on this one. These guys are packing quite the punch. This is just in Blitz. Ooh, that could be a good one. Let's see what their copies can do against the Black Order. Ooh, this is not looking good for the Black Order. Well, maybe I was wrong. Wow. Jeez, man. Black Order just got their teeth kicked in by the Ravagers. Ooh, there's no way. No way. There's no way. We're gonna find out. I mean, that's a lot of positive statuses to take. This is not going to land on anyone. It's unavoidable. So whoever gets this, that's going to stick. That's a good one. That's a good one to start with. Yeah, there goes T'Challa. Yeah, Infinity Watch is just too strong. I was hoping, but, yeah. Well, that was a bit much to ask, honestly. Especially with T'Challa not completely developed. Even if he was completely developed, I don't see that fight going their way. Would it be different, though, in the scenario of, you know, a full T4 package and war? That is yet to be seen. And a lot of people put Infinity Watch on their offense to begin with, so I don't see that matchup happening a lot. But for pretty much everyone else, that looks like a solid team. Am I looking forward to building this team? No, it's on my low priority list. Right now, I'm looking out for a really good tech team to take into Doom 2 right now. And I just don't see anything in T'Challa's kit that leads me to believe that this would be a good character to have. The blind would be a great idea if I can get it to more than one person, but I just don't see how useful that would be at all. Stealing energy is pretty useful. Actually, that could come in handy for the last fight, maybe? In making sure that Doom never has enough energy to do his ult. But what in here would keep him alive? I mean, it's not like... It's not like his kit isn't... It's okay, actually, outside of war. He gains evade on turn. And he clears one negative effect from himself. That's pretty good, let's say, on, you know, the nodes with heal block, which is a big problem for me in Doom 2. Which means anytime his turn comes around, at the very least, he might be able to clear that out. Copying 3 positive effects. Doom is always there with offense up and all that, depending on how many Doom bots are out there. That could be pretty useful. He wouldn't be able to give it to anyone else but himself, but... Let's see here. He uses this one. I would actually, if I was timing this, I would probably use this after I did the ult for him. And he would only steal 2 and like even 1 to 2 energy here if that character was already blind. Blind seems really important here. Who blinds? He's the only one that blinds. I think that's his ult, right? No, that's copy. And so this is the only thing that blinds? Primary target and blind. You would he'd have to constantly do that in order to make that work. It's unavoidable though. So even if he has deflect, that's gonna land. So I can count on blind and offense down. That's a big charge. I would have to have that T4 to make that even remotely useful. And his attack would primarily be for damage. His speed is decent. But for him to even be useful, he'd have to have 7 stars, probably another red star minimum. Nah, I can't use him in Doom 2. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the build and unlock for T'Challa Star-Lord. For me, my professional opinion on this character is that since I am mostly like a raid type of player, this is a low value character for me, and that's one of the main reasons why that I'm walking away with 4 red stars and not pushing my luck on any of my collection of elites for a bigger, better character. I mean, we got Apocalypse coming up, that might be an idea, but really what I actually need is I can one-shot everything in Doom 2 right now, but the tech section is still really tricky. And sometimes I have to double shot the boss in order to be able to get through. And right now, teal gear is a big thing. That's what I really need, is that tech team for raids. Then maybe I can start focusing in on the war offense oriented teams like the Ravagers. And as you saw right here, they're really good outside of war. I mean, they took down the Black Order, which is really good. Having another team that could be able to do that level of damage, I suspect a team like the Ravagers would work extremely well in rooms like the cargo bay. They'll be able to copy a lot of those positive effects that are out there, and they're going to stay very strong throughout the entire fight. So if you are a war offense oriented player, this might be the team for you. It just isn't for me. So thank you guys again for watching. If you haven't done so already, please follow me right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming. If you're a bigger fan of YouTube, I do post these unlocks on YouTube at Justice3 Strike Force. That is my Marvel Strike Force and tactical game oriented channel. But if you just want to check this show live and you're a bigger fan of YouTube, I do have Justice3 Gaming on YouTube. So hit me with a like on this video, subscribe to both those channels please if you enjoy the content, and don't forget to turn on that notifications bell so you know when I'm uploading any brand new content just for you guys. The current big daytime game right now live is Horizon Zero Dawn, the PC version of it. Very happy to be able to play that, so keep an eye out for that content as well. Until the next show, I wish you all passion, love, and gaming, and never forget rule number 1 of gaming is you go where the fun is, and that's what I've done here today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next show.